Om Shanti. First, before we start the skit, I'll give a disclaimer. All characters and events in this skit, even though based on real people and events, are entirely fictional, and any resemblance to any of the people is purely coincidental. Good morning, everyone. Today we will meet Mr. Weiss, who believes that he knows the answer to everything in this world and considers himself to be a great advisor. But is he really good consultant? Well, we will find out today as he meets people of different backgrounds.
I see so many people coming today. Why not? I am so popular. People comes and take advice. Wow. Mr. Weiss. Okay, that's me. Okay, let's see who are coming today.
Right now, Mr. Weiss is sitting in his office. There comes the first person. I think it's the famous Panditji of the Bay Area. I hope you all know him. Let's see what he has to ask to Mr. Weiss.
Sorry, Mr. Weiss. Yes. Who are you?
Well, let me sit. I am a Pandit in the area, and I have a question for you. And please don't disclose to me. I am a Pandit in the area, and I have a question for you. Please don't disclose to anyone, okay?
What question you have? And believe me, go ahead, Pandit. I will not disclose with anyone. That's my word.
So, in the recent past, someone argued with me saying whether God is everywhere or not. His argument starts like this. Is God really everywhere? Then I said, yes, obviously, who doesn't know? And then he said, then God must be within me. Within me. And no, I can be God. And why should I pray? I can do anything. Then the question is, Mr. Weiss, how would we prove that God is everywhere? You know, one thing, sometimes when I get these sort of questions, I get confused too.
Oh my God, you have so many questions. I think I'm also confused. Oh my God.
Oh, that means you're saying God is not everywhere. He is residing somewhere up above. Oh, so I think I got my answer. Thank you, Mr. Weiss.
Please. See, people got my answer without saying anything.
Well, it's amazing to see how Panditji got the answers on his own, and hopefully Mr. Weiss would have learned something from it. Oh, I know him. He's the famous CEO of Badal.com. I wonder what would a CEO have to ask to Mr. Weiss?
Hello, Mr. Weiss. I have a question for you. I'm the CEO of Badal.com, a cloud-based IT company. And I set up shop 6 months back. Since then, we've grown tremendously. My stock prices have nearly tripled. I have pretty much everything in the world. I have a big house, luxurious life, nice vacation homes, everything that I could hope for. But still, at times I feel lonely and I feel hollow inside.
Well, as you come, I was searching information about you only. It seems you have everything. And if you are having everything, you should be happy. See, in the world, so many people doesn't have anything. You should be happy. And answering to your next question, feeling hollow and missing happiness, it is all common in Bay Area nowadays. You should not worry about it. I think I also miss lonely inside.
You see, Mr. Weiss, now thinking back, for achieving this success, I think I've done some unethical things. I've cheated with customers, I've sometimes manipulated my stock prices. I've done such things. But who doesn't do that in this world now?
Oh yeah, I agree. So many people I have heard, they do the same thing. Little bit of manipulation work, no. But it's all good.
But now, while talking to you, I think I've realized something. Maybe those things were not worth it. Maybe those are my bad karmas which are coming back to bite me. And that's why I'm feeling hollow inside. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Or maybe, when after sowing thorns, I can't expect getting corns.
Corns.
What do you think about it?
Now I'm confused. I think you are right. You may be right.
Sure, you're Mr. Weiss?
See, Mr. Wise.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Well said. I'm sure Mr. Weiss would have understood that stress is not common and it is something that cannot be avoided. There comes a doctor.
Hello, Mr. Weiss.
Hey.
Well, I have heard a lot about you. You give advice to everyone. You're the most knowledgeable person I have heard about. Is it really true?
Yes, it is of course true if you heard. People talks about me everywhere.
Well, I have been witnessing a lot of cases of health issues these days, like flu and everything. What could be the possible reason for that? Because I see people usually eat a lot of junk food often and very unhealthy food.
Oh, well, I say that is a tasty food.
Well, disease is not the only thing, but the kids these days are facing a lot of health problems like stress, hypertension, which was not a thing a decade back. What do you think?
Well, I was reading over newspaper. I think you may be right.
Are you Googling it?
I think so.
Well, in that case, I have one more question for you. I have a patient. Since I'm a cardiologist, I did surgery for that patient recently for a heart bypass surgery, and he's just 40 years old, and his artery got blocked again, and I have to do it surgery once more. But see, he's just 40 years old. Is that really common?
Well, I think you catch my mind. Today morning I was reading a newspaper, and I think this is very common nowadays. Not even 40 years, I have heard about the 20-year kid who has gone through the same kind of surgery. You should not worry, doctor. It is all very common nowadays. Don't worry.
Well, now when I think the problem is stress. What do you think?
Stress. I think you are right.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Weiss.
As the doctor said, it truly goes without saying, as is the food, so is the thought. You are what you eat. I think the day is going very well for Mr. Weiss and he's getting to learn a lot today. Oh, well, who's this person now? I don't know. I believe he is probably a known of Mr. Weiss.
Hello, are you Mr. Weiss?
Yes. Who are you?
Oh, sorry, I did not realize looking at your getup. You seem to be very nervous. How was your day today?
Oh, I'm always like this, you know. Many people comes to me, ask question about many things. Sometimes I also get stressed, but I think it is all fine. What brings you here?
Okay, I heard you solve a lot of world-related problems. Is it because of that you are nervous?
Kind of, yes. People gives their stress to me, so I also get stressed. Yeah.
So, I heard you think you are Mr. Wise and you are very wise. So, I have a question for you.
Bring it on.
Because of too much of work in Bay Area, I'm getting too much of stress. I'm not able to balance my family life and my personal life. So, what do you think? Should I do meditation to keep my mind stable?
You know what? Stress is good. Being in Bay Area, when you have stress, it means you have a lot of work. And when you have a lot of work, it means you have a secure job. Worry about that. Also, when you are having so much of work, you tell me how you will do meditation.
Oh, I think I'm taking unnecessary stress, like I'm getting distracted and getting nervous. So I think I should maintain a balance between my personal life and my work. So if I'm positive, I think whatever is happening is good and whatever will happen is good. That's what I think. What's your opinion?
Maybe you are right.
Is it? Thank you.
Well, we all witnessed today how the ego and the boast of Mr. Weiss was destroyed when he had conversation with the Raj Yogi souls. He must have self-realized that he is not the only knowledgeable person. So, we saw that Mr. Weiss is not a physical person in the world. It's a very common trait that we find in everyone today. Everyone believes that they are Mr. Weiss and assumes to know everything, but that's not correct. Self-realization with meditation helps you empower your soul, that helps you make great decisions. I would like to invite all our brothers who were part of the skit to come on the stage.
It seems I have learned a lot today. These guys are not listening. I will use it next time.
You will become wiser.
Thank you.